What's up, everybody? This is your boy Ink Vendetta with surprise another mukbang. Yesterday we went to get some butu and fodder. We went close to a KFC. You guys know how much I love KFC. So yeah, if I'm gonna go close to it, I'm gonna buy it. I bought a 10 piece. Unfortunately, got fucked over, and we only had 9 piece. We have 4 piece today and 5 piece tomorrow. Want to see something crazy? I will do that. There was a little guy. I don't know why. I just do. So today, usually when I make a mukbang, I'm not really sure I'm gonna make a mukbang. For example, I'm gonna have this craving, right? Oh, I'm like having this poutine. I feel like having this meal. However, in specific case, I had a time. So while I was saying I was looking for a subject to talk about mukbang because mukbang, of course, a So I believe there's a multiple mukbang in existence. You can go the classic route. We're not eating a lot. And just eating, right? That's traditional mukbang of Korea. Korean mukbang. But, instead what I want to do, it's a little more akin to Nikocado avocado. A lot of talking, a lot of eating. I'm not sure why. My phone didn't charge like 90%, which is not great, but hey, we'll make it work. Some good chicken. If I say, and Canada, well, more like in Montreal. Oh, guess what? We had 5 pieces. We had 5 pieces. My apologies. Most my house is not a lot. It's KFC. There's red chicken. There's no such thing as Chick-fil-A. There's Jollibee too far from us. Dude, honestly, I think Jollibee is probably the best chicken. But around my house, KFC wins every single time. I told you guys there was a new, fried chicken place, right? But it's nowhere near. I'm sorry. Well, I'm not sorry. KFC has been around for so long. For how many years? Of course, they make some good chicken. It's funny. The subject we want to talk about today is I don't know. You guys know me, right? I'm not able to have a conversation with my friends. However, I'm able to understand. I'm sorry. I said that's something I have to work on, and what better way to work on that with you guys, right? So today's subject, today class is about aging. Nadrovia. Good old Pepsi. I love. It's funny because we're talking about aging today, and in the background, I'm watching Rush Hour. So yeah, so the reason why we're doing that is because, oh my god, it does seem like the subject sometimes are presented to you. I love it. It's delicious. You know, it does seem like the subject kept falling to you, and it does seem like life is a bigger purpose. So why aging? Well, yesterday we had a birthday boy at work. I was 6 years old. And I'm like, okay. Imagine, I double my age, but still. And it seemed like, I don't know. As I grow older, the less 60 seem like such a number. I mean, 60 for me always has been a scary number. I'm in my 30s. Well, I'm 30. And for me, 40 aren't old. 50, not that old. But then 60, oh. You're getting up there. Hey, good chicken. Rush hour. Thank you for you guys. I'm living the life. You know? I might be 30, but I'm honestly living the life. So again, why the subject of aging? Well, always one thing. My perception changed because I'm working with people who are old. My boss is 65, and now his age is trying to show. But a couple of years ago, and then show. My mom, she's 65. My dad, 65. And my mom, sure, she seemed tired, but I mean, she's still working at her age, so that's normal, right? And not a question of perception. Also, my father, I might be physically very fit for 55. My father, you look at him, I don't think 65. It's fucking good, bro. And you know, decided to say, to repeat himself, to repeat what he's saying, and I think there's a problem with that. I think there's a problem with not realizing that. Like, myself, I repeat myself often. Well, that is I repeat myself a lot. That is, that's subconsciously, because I know that in French, since I was a little wee guy, I always had to repeat myself because I have a diction problem in French. I think too fast. Right? Then I watched Excusez and Zlafa, which are both super famous French Canadian. And they're talking super fast in French, you know? But all in all, Sanders makes some good chicken, bro. Honestly, bro, we're super lucky because I get to speak two languages, and I'm 30, and again, I might not be at the same place as my father and my mother was. I might not be at the same place as both my friends are, but everything is positive. I have a good job. Tomorrow, and I know I shouldn't say this while eating Kentucky Fried Chicken, but tomorrow we're gonna start technically on Monday, but now it's Saturday night. It's Sunday night in the morning at 2 a.m. Alright? So, I mean, you know, that's life. And then later today, we'll calm the eyes. After this, I'm going to go sleep. I really like eating just before sleep. Because it feels I'm full. It feels like I'm ready to head to bed. In the morning, I don't really feel hungry. It's better for me. I prefer it. Yeah. So anyway, weight loss, I'm gonna get a watch. It's gonna help us with that. Smart watch. I'm very excited. Very, very excited. It should be. It should be a good one. we're also having we bought a new computer. I think guys we're aging, but we're moving with life. And the subject, as I said, it kept on falling in my hand. And it is true because I did check that we had it, you know. And the reason why I'm talking about aging is life is put me in a situation where aging was a big subject the last 2 days. The guy was 60 years old. My father, with whom I was talking about past, right? I had a really good time with my father yesterday, and it's been a while. And we were close to getting ice cream. We got the same ice cream I used to get when I was a kid. And it's funny because we always used to take chocolate and cream. And we had the same ice cream, but it would let me taste his. It would taste mine. Sometimes it would say yours better. Sometimes it would say mine is better. That's a good father, but it was us aging. It was us. No, it's us having what do I call it? You know, things are changing, but they're still the same. You know, like the conversation we had with my father yesterday was really cool, but they were really cool because I'm old enough to understand. Me and my father didn't have a great relationship growing up because my father was kind of. My father is a good father. I'm not trying to say he's not. My father taught me a lot of things. For the man I am today, I'm thankful for my father. My mom also, but my father, I was closer. I'm closer because he lived closer, and my mom, she didn't have. My mom, she's really easy to annoy. And I know I'm trying, so. My mom, I'm gonna see her once a month, and that's enough for us both. Because I do love her. I do adore my mom, but I do feel a lot of time where I'm being too much for her, you know. And my father is like me. We like to talk. We like to have to. So yeah, so he did raise me more, but you know, I think my father when he had his kid, he wanted a friend and not a kid. So he treated me like a friend. He wanted somebody to talk about work, about things, and when you're 13, when you're 12, you don't care about that shit, you know. And you know, I mean, it's been a while, but it was amazing. The process of aging, like we were able to enjoy the same thing as a kid that I was as a kid, eating the ice cream together. But still talking about work and things like that. It was kind of cool, you know. We have a very good relationship. Yesterday, we were joking because as I said, we went to get some of my work boots. And my boots, they're finished. They're fucking finished, bro. They're awful. So, again, not complaining. My company's paying for them, but I don't want to take advantage of the company, right? They're treating me good. I have to treat them good. I'm very lucky to be where I am, to be working with the people I am. I know a couple months ago I would have said completely different, but now with a new perspective, with a more optimistic point of view, I'm realizing that I'm very lucky. I guess part of aging, I think the person that came into the company 5 years ago isn't the same as the person who is right now in front of you. I think this is part of also aging. It's part of the process of being more mature. I don't know. I don't think age has something to do with it. I think it's more about experience more than anything. You know, it's just, bro. How can I say that? You know. I feel like the experience they've been shown at me drove me to depression, of course, but in a funny way. Yes, okay. Here I was gonna put it. The action other people took to me, I was like, okay, well, I can't handle this, and they drove me to depression. But then, in the process of healing, we started to take accountability. We started to understand that maybe we're not a victim, but we're a perpetrator. We're enablers because we allow people to treat us like shit, and then when they do treat us like shit, we don't understand why. And when I say we, I mean me, my subconscious, my being, you know, because I am the master of my universe, but this is my whole universe. This is all my life, you know. It really really sucks because that helped me grow, and I wish I didn't have to go through that process of pain to grow. But if I have to suffer for people here not to suffer, I'll be good. Look at this shit. Look at this. We're at 12%. We're good. We're more than good. Again, you would think that me being here, telling you guys about how I did the same activity as I was as a kid. It's funny, when I was 6, I mean, we did the same activity. We talk about different things, right? And that's part of growing up. I think my father growing up, I think my father is evolving too. And it's weird to say your father keeps on growing because to your eyes as a kid, your parents are perfection. Your parents are all knowing. They understand life, and that's why they're able to teach you. As a kid, if you were to understand that your parents have no idea what the fuck they're talking about, and there's still so much they need to learn, then I think I don't know how it would affect a kid, but there's a positive and negative. Of course, there's negative and positive and everything. Oh, it's heaven. Straight up heaven. Straight up, bro. You know, and it's not the only thing. Like tonight is my uncle's birthday, and we're on the phone, and we're talking because I'm supposed to go at his birthday, but me. It's weird. Growing up, me and my cousin we were very, very close. But then I didn't talk to my father for a couple of years because he hit me out. Now we're back to having a good relationship, but it was a relationship condensing. Me and my stepmom were not getting along because I feel she's getting involved in the relationship between me and my father. Not in a way where she's trying to take my father away from me, but just making me realize, like, for example, there were a time where I had an inspection for the apartment, right? And the first time, I didn't know my father. My father likes to come at my place. I usually leave the door open, but now my janitor has the key, and he likes to come in the apartment for package. And I'm not super down with that. It feels weird that he's coming in my apartment for packages, but hey. He didn't steal anything. He looked like a good person. And, what you mean? Honestly, I wasn't a fan of the janitor when he first started. We had a couple of talk in the elevator, and to me, he seemed judgmental as fuck. But now we start talking, I think like he's a good person. He has a good and bad days. He has his good and bad opinion. He has his good and bad moments. Right? And I don't like to leave my door open because I have the same neighbor for 10 years now. 10 years, honestly. And the best thing is, my neighbors are fantastic. The number of times I left my skateboard, my electric skateboard, my $800 electric skateboard outside in the alleyway. I was so drunk. Number of times there was a package from Amazon in front of my door. Number of time. I remember a couple times of it. Not that much though. Maybe 4 or 5. I left the key in the door. Then too drunk. And a weekend later, they were there. I love my neighbor. I do some my neighbor. They're amazing. But I'm not gonna leave my door open because I trust them. I can trust the 2 apartments. I don't trust the whole building. It'd be crazy to think about a 40 plus apartment and say, oh, I trust everybody. I just think that's non-realistic. Just because it's a movement where there's a lot of in and out, you know. This is fucking great, bro. This is fucking great. And yeah, it just feels like it's a better thing to lock the door. And my father was supposed to come because it was an inspection, and he assumed my door was gonna be unlocked, right? So he opened the door, and he got mad because he had to go back home, pick up the key because he was late, and he said I make him look bad, but technically he assumed I didn't leave the door open. I didn't leave the door locked. The fact that you didn't take the key is on you. You should not assume, right? And then my stepmom, she was like, "Oh, the time we call after, we get an inspection every month for bed bug, for rats, because for too long now, manager didn't give a shit." I remember spending years with bed bugs. Years. That's a true story. Swear to God. And on the Bible. I spent years with bed bug. And every single year, every couple of months, 8 months, a guy would come and pray for bed bug. Then they wouldn't leave. So I thought that for saving a couple of bucks, they put a cheap exterminator, right? And I didn't know better. I was like, well, there's a lot of them. That's why it's taking so much time, right? But then the new owners came in, and like, fuck that. You're not saving money. You're spending more by having to call the person over and over again. Alright, so they make an appointment every month. But the moral of the story here is my stepmom, she came in and she said, "Oh, aren't you forgetting to tell him something?" My father, I couldn't hear her. My father said, "Oh yeah, please leave the door open." It didn't come from him, it came from her. I don't mind. This is his girlfriend, right? I guess for 20 plus years, but I'm an adult. My father's an adult. We have a good relationship. Me and you don't. So I'm not bothering. I'm not telling my father, "Hey, I'm not talking behind your back, so don't talk behind mine." I was watching the Trailer Park Boy this week. When I talk about the rule of thumb, don't cross the line. Right? I don't care how much you fuck with me. Don't cross the line. Sorry, I don't think she's a good person. That's why. My father does what he wants. He's a grown man. But hey, I mean, my uncle was crying tonight. I was complaining about aging and how much it hurts him. And I forgot, I was supposed to go to his birthday. But my cousin and the whole thing is to say, the whole thing about my stepmom was to say, my father, we had a good relationship. Me and my cousin were very close when we were growing up. Then one of my cousins, she really changed. She became kind of crazy. She stopped taking her meds. She's bipolar. My cousin's bipolar. Yeah. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. I'm not saying bipolar disorder is a bad thing. I'm saying that her deciding on purpose not to take her medication, putting the whole family at jeopardy, because I was close to them, right? Then she became crazy, and then the brother, he took the side of their sister, of course. That's a shitty situation, but and yeah, I decided not to go because I didn't want to see my cousin. My uncle was complaining about the age, and it's sad because my father doesn't complain about age, but the only role model I have are my father, and my uncle, right? The other guys at work, they can pretend that they're not hurting. My boss, for the whole time I was working here, for the 7 years I'm working here, complained that it's not hurting, but lately you can see he's fucking limping, he's not doing so good, but he's still a good man. So how much pain is he in, how long has this been going on? I don't know. I have no clue, and that sucks because I want him the best because he's a good person. Again, um, the fact that my uncle's complaining, I'm like shit, you know. But again, my uncle's been working out his whole life. But he hasn't been taking care of his body for his whole life, and we're going there. That's why I'm starting Monday. I'm gonna start to lose weight. I'm gonna have a new watch, smart watch to take care of my body mass, my sugar level, my calorie intake, and my calorie discharge. Right. And the final thing that I want to say about we ended up eating before. I said I had 40 minutes. It's been 25. The final thing about aging is that's what I wanted to say. That was the most important part. This is the very core of this mukbang. The very core of this mukbang is that I was watching. I was on TikTok wasting time today, and on TikTok I saw a. Mm, mm, I love it. Delicious. I'm so sorry. And I was watching a song, and it was a song from Ben I knew Blink 182, and right away I'm ashamed to say I assume I judged. I was like, fuck, don't. I'm not gonna watch their new stuff because I grew up with Blink 182. I aged with Blink 182. I remember when I was young, when I was a kid, I used to listen to all the small things. I miss you with such passion. I used to remember going to a mini pot, and I wasn't a sport guy, so I was like, oh, I could be at home playing games. But then we heard that song at the radio, and I was like, holy shit, that's a good day. I remember going to the school in my father's car, and him listening to this song, and that was the only song that we both like. Was I miss you? Hello there, then I'm so sorry. Cannot sleep, I cannot dream tonight. I need somebody in always. Shake darkness. This song was super important to me, and the simple fact that my father liked it too, I was like, okay, we have something in common, which is great. And then over the years, I fell in love with "Damn It." "Damn It" was a song about a guy who left his girl, and she left him, and she thinks she's moving on faster than he does. So you know, I'll see to the master plan. So it happened once again. I'll turn to a friend, someone who understands and sees through the master plan. But everybody's gone. You've been gone for too long. Now kisses is going on, and maybe I tell you at a movie, she preview. You hang out, walk by, and in on with that guy, and I'll smile in your way and pretend it's okay. It won't last. When he's gone, I won't come back. You know, it also could be him being a friend to a girl that you really like, and him not taking in consideration his feelings. When I with every single guy was something that's super relatable. We had the Adam song, which is a guy who part of the group who was super happy, super joyous, a ray of sunlight, and he was the first which light was turned off. So yeah, so the band it means a lot to me. It was part of my core, part of my DNA. I don't think I think that things of Blink 182. I went back to see Linkin Park. Linkin Park led me to System of a Down. System of a Down led me to metal. Metal led me to the band I'm listening to today. I miss you. We're talking. I was 11, 12, right? That was 18 years ago. So right away, I was scared by watching Blink 182 that it's gonna change the sound. And my memory, my core memories of the band and how much they mean to me, their familiar sound, their signature sound, their trademark, um, whole verse, the old universe, their universe, Blink 182, right? Was gonna be different. And I listened to the song. And the song is amazing because, again, it's about aging. That's the whole purpose of today's mukbang. Is aging. This is a song about them growing on, and even the first sentence, as I said in the review, I did a review on the song. You can check it out. It's gonna be from stranger to brother to stranger once again. About how we get separated by age, how we get our old life and family and things that comes in the way. And now in the end we get lost, right? It's about aging. It's about how it's okay to age. It's how it's okay to change sound. You know, I'm so proud of Blink 182 because they didn't really change their sound. They still sound the same. The only thing that changes is themselves, and you can feel in their lyrics. I feel like Blink 182 I first met in All the Small Thing was a happy-go-lucky teenage guy who didn't give a shit, and now they're adults, they're family member, and they're dads, and they're like, well, you know what? maybe life is about more than that, just having fun, and I respect that. You know, I think that they made a song about aging, about how life somehow change. But here we are one more time for the song, and it's amazing because little did we know, Blink 182 was such a tremendous part of my existence that the fact that it came in with a new song, I'm like, well, guess what? I mean, maybe some of my role model are still doing something. They're still producing the content. They're still important, you know. And it's important also because at the end of the day, I feel like the reason why I'm working so hard, the reason why I'm really trying to produce this, yes, because I want to be creative. The whole reason I'm making videos is because yes, I want to be able to give a message out. I want to be able to share my vision with the world because I think my vision is unique, and I think that although I'm not the perfect human being, I'm not saying I am the perfect human being. I think I've been through a lot, and if I can help people, then I could probably help people, and I can try to help people. And that's all I want. And I understand that a part of that to make video is because I feel like a lot of my role model died, and somebody needs to pick up the torch. And I mean, am I the right person to pick it up? No, maybe not. But I'll pick it up because somebody needs to, right? And that's the goal, is to see your role model, your legend dies, and saying, okay, well, I was lucky enough to have people in my life. Who do the next generation have? Who do they have? You think about it. Who do they have? And there's probably 1,000 people that I don't know. But who knows? Maybe there's nobody. Maybe there's a couple people that feel that there's nobody for them, and maybe I am the person. You know. And yeah, so the fact that we get this band who's talking about aging and talking about making music 10, 12 years later, are showing me that, hey, there's still some people to look up to, right? And I don't think Blink 182 is ever going to be a big band anymore, and it's never going to be the band that people like, did you hear the new Blink 182 song? But maybe some fans are going to be like, guess what, we're we're still here for one more time, and it's one more time, and that's a song. That's the full song. It's about, again, the whole mukbang today was about aging, about how things change but they don't change, about how my father and I went for an ice cream, but the conversation changed, was how Blink 182 um, did a song that sounds similar, but they're different. It's about how I grew up loving my cousin, and because we had a difference of argument. And I think that's stupid, but you know, I'd rather focus on what I'm doing right now, when maybe hopefully one day we fix things up. But if I cannot hold the whole weight of the world on my shoulder, I understand that I'm weak. I understand that I got weakness. My weakness is I get overwhelmed easily. And right now I have this. I'm doing reviews. I'm doing streams. I'm doing clips. I'm posting. I'm working. I had to start working out. And those are all self-imposed things. So I can't complain that my plate is too full, because this is our things that I said, you know what, I want to do this, I want to do this. I have this workaholic mentality. I have this overachieving mentality, that as long as I'm working, right, even if I don't get result, I'm still putting in the effort, and hopefully one is going to get the result I need, I want. Right now we're getting some results. We're doing pretty good. I'm happy about what we're accomplishing. I'm happy about what we're having. I feel very blessed to be the person I am and to be where I am today. But it still took me a long time to grow up. If you asked me a couple months ago if my life was good, I would tell, no, my life is shit. But now I look at it and I'm like, I'm pretty happy where I am right now. I'm healing from depression, and healing has teach me much more than I thought. I thought that the process of going through depression wasn't going to teach me a lot, but the process of healing is the process of looking forward for tomorrow. Aging teach me that. Aging taught me that they might be changing. For example, again, my cousins, Blink, my father, the world is changing to around me, and it's funny to say because, listen, I'm 30 years old. Okay, let's be completely honest here. Let's not talk about bullshit. 30 years in the world, the time of the world, the time the human being are in existence, the amount of things that we invented, the amount of things that we came up with today, the life we live today, the amount of effort and time and resources it took for us to be just sitting here watching a YouTube video, making a YouTube video. I understand that 30 years nothing, but the world. So, what I'm trying to say is the world might not be changing as fast as we are. Like, there's a lot of things that I'm seeing today that I saw a couple years ago. It's funny because when I think about, we just ate KFC. KFC been around for a long time. I had Reese's yesterday. Reese's been around since I was born. And it's funny because it doesn't seem like the world is changing. What is changing is your perception, and your perception is something that's crazy enough, just enough, to be able to tell you, hey, the world is changing around you, but it's not the world, it's yourself. You can watch this pen, right? And you can tell that there's a pen, right? There's a pen. People are gonna be are gonna be more focused on the fact that we can write. Some people are gonna be more focused on the fact that there's an erase at the end. Some people are gonna see the pencil for what it is. It's a pencil. We have a knife here, right? We have this protect. We have this blade inside, right? It's a pretty shitty knife, but that's my work knife, and it does mean something. It means something because this is a proof that every single person in this company has the same knife, and it's the proof that we may not have uniform, but this is something that, as stupid as it is, as stupid as this knife is, as useless as it is, if you ask me what's a knife, that's a knife, right? That's not a knife. That's a fucking, not even a box opener. Box opener are way sharper than that. This is shit, but everybody in my workplace, we all have the same thing. Is that something that's resembling them, us? We might be all different people, but we still work in the same place. We still work in the same environment. And it's funny because aging, to me, aging was always a question of age, of physical, of your body starts not listening to you anymore. Aging was always a way of life telling you, hey, you're gonna have to move along because your time is gonna be ending soon or someday. And then as little as I'm getting older, as little as I'm aging, I'm understanding that aging isn't a process of your body decaying, it's a process of your mind expanding. And by your mind expanding, that you see more stuff, you're seeing a different universe, you're seeing the same thing, but you understand its purpose. You see that there's a there's this person who's going through something, and you're able to say, I've been through here also, maybe I can help. Or you're able to say, oh, I've had this before, I had this food before, I remember this song, I remember what it showed. You're starting to have a lot of story. The more story you have, the more you live, but it's also the most thing you experience, and the more thing they help you grow. I mean, every story leads you to where you are right now, and I think that as a process of aging, it's not necessarily years, it's accumulation, and it's every single drop that matters, every single trauma, every single victory, every single defeat, every single step of healing, every single song, every single story, every single moment you spend with loved one that are helping you become this person. We're often talking about nature versus nurture. Well, nurture is aging, is experiencing shit, it's experiencing the life that you have, is becoming the person you are because you've experienced. And in nature, to me, nature is the fact that we're born in a certain place, we're born in a certain time, we're born in a certain family. I feel like we're more soul than human, and by being a soul, it doesn't matter where you come from, it doesn't matter who you are, your soul is the same. And I do believe that nature is where that soul is, the person I am, the place I live, the movies I'm watching, the video I'm filming. This is all nature, this is all my soul and my experiences in life and the way I react to it. And there you go. That's process of aging. A long video to say a bunch of nothing, but if I had to say something, is I love you. Don't be worried about aging. Don't be worried about getting old. Don't be worried about how long you have left. Be thankful for the time you had. Be thankful for the experience you had, because tomorrow is a gift. Today is a certainty, and the past, yesterday, is an experience. Love you guys. Peace. We're at 2%. Holy shit, I got it.